What's up, you filthy little greedy business owner? In this video here, I'm going to show you how to do marketing on Instagram in 2025 and 2026 so you can get insane views, insane reach, and make tons of sales. Just like how my niche clothing brand gets 293,000, 398,000, 108,000, 163,000, 125,000, 97,000, and dozens more with over 50,000 and 10,000 views. None of these posts are boosted. It's all purely organic. And a lot of these posts have driven tens of thousands of people to our e-commerce store for small town Canadians, where we've done hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales in hoodies, tees, and tanks through our website. Now look, before we get started, I want you to comment your Instagram handle. I want to see the types of posts that you're making. I'd love to check out the businesses that are watching, so write your handle in the comments below and leave any thoughts you have throughout this video down there as well. I've broken this down quite simply. As you can see, I've got do's on the left and don'ts on the right. And these are all the things that you want to do. These are all the things that you don't want to do. Okay, so the first thing, I'm not even going to include this on here, is that you want to be posting on Instagram Reels. Okay, just regular posts on Instagram don't work as well. So the first thing I'm going to write down here actually is do Reels and focus on Reels and don't focus on regular posts. Now, the second thing when it comes to posting on Instagram Reels that's going to really make your videos pop and get more reach is make shorter content. They recently made it that you can upload like 60 seconds or 90-second videos, which can be really good if you can hold attention for 60 seconds or 90 seconds. But in most cases, people are going to fall off and get bored like you probably are in this video already. So just hang on here and listen. But what you want to do is you want to make videos that are really short, between 5 to 10 seconds long, because if you can hold attention for the duration of those 5 to 10 seconds, it's going to signal to Instagram that it's a good video and they're going to push it to more people. So the first thing is short videos rather than making long videos. For example, if you go to my clothing brand's Instagram account right now, K-Bud Apparel, I'm not trying to sell you on it, I sell to small town Canadians, but just to show you an example, each video is between 5 to 6 seconds long. And I only make it that short because that's how long it needs to be. It doesn't need to be any longer than that for people to get the value of the video and get away with a laugh. So I'm gonna add here, the optimal short length is between 4 to 12 seconds. And for long videos, anything more than like 15 up to like a minute is just usually too long for your likely ability to hold attention throughout the duration of the video. The next thing that is so key, like listen up here, I wish I could grab this camera without it falling off this tripod. This is so important for you, okay? Me and you, we're together in this. This is me and you, you're gonna do this. You're gonna start popping off on Instagram. The next thing that's so important is you need to have a ridiculously clear audience that you're going after that's obvious inside of your videos. Because this tells Instagram, oh, I know who to show this video to. What a lot of creators do is they make content that Instagram would have no idea really who to show it to. So if you go to my clothing brand's Instagram again, and you look at the videos that I've been creating, you'll know it's all for small town Canadians. It's all very obvious for Instagram to know exactly who to push it to. So for a do, you want to have a clear audience that the video's for. Whoa, that's going downhill. And on this side, it's going to be not obvious who it's for. These are insanely important. And it's the same thing on YouTube and it's the same thing on TikTok. If they don't know who to show it to based on what's inside the content, you're likely going to struggle. For example, this Instagram reel that got 125,000 plus views is very clearly for small town Canadian girls or small town Canadians in general. It says small town Canadian girls don't flirt. They roast your entire soul and see if you can handle the trauma. And just even in the text of that video, it's so clearly for small town Canadians that Instagram would literally just use their AI to like read whatever text is in it and they'd know exactly who to show it to. Okay, so let's get into the next one here. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, please hit the like button for me. It makes a huge difference. The views on this channel have been really hard to come by lately. I think YouTube itself is just kind of going downhill, but that's a separate topic. All right, the next one, this is really important, is you need to make shareable content. I can't tell you how many times I've done reviews for other brands online and I look at their content and all they're trying to do in their content is just try to sell their clothing. Or they're making posts that nobody would really want to share with their friends or share with their family. When you use Instagram or you use TikTok, I'm sure half the time you're just taking videos, sending them to friends, sending them off, and it's because those friends will relate with it. They'll find it funny, they'll find it interesting, they'll find it informative, whatever it is. And so inside of your content, it's so important that you think this through and you think, okay, people are gonna see this, and then they're gonna need to want to share it with a friend. So a do is your content needs to be shareable, okay? And it can't be forgettable. If people watch it, I probably spelled that wrong. If people watch it and they just don't really get enough out of it that they want to share it with a friend, then Instagram is going to look at the engagement and how many shares it's got, and they're going to say, oh, this video doesn't get shared too much, so why would we push this to more people? People aren't passing it around. It's just not all that interesting. When it comes to shareable content, when we're talking about the intangibles, I'm going to get nice and close to the camera here because this is important. It's usually connecting with someone's identity, okay? So when you look at my clothing brand, for small town Canadians, every little bit of content, I'm trying to get people to go, oh my God, that's so true. And then they want to share it with somebody who relates with that identity of being from small town Canada, and it's all related to this very specific truth. Okay, if you think that these are good so far, I'm going to continue sharing with you so much more. But first, I want to let you know that Rob Persa here is sponsored by my buds over at design.com. And if you need designs made for your business, I highly recommend that you try them out. Just go to my sneaky link over at design.com/Rob88. Type in whatever your sick ideas for design, smack that enter button. Thousands of designs are going to come up that you can edit and refine as long as you want for free until it's perfect. I highly recommend trying this out. Go to design.com/Rob88, play around, make some designs, and you'll get up to 88% off at checkout. Okay, so adding to this concept of whether it's shareable or forgettable, the next thing that you want to do is you need to add some energy to the post. What do I mean by this? Well, there are boring posts, and then there are posts that trigger an emotional response. They are just controversial enough, polarizing enough, interesting enough, they use the language that's strong enough to really get attention and be worth sharing with a friend. A harsh reality that you're gonna have to accept as a marketer running a business is that getting attention is a game of playing on primal desires, okay? Anything that's boring doesn't do very well. Why do you think I'm up here acting like a frickin' idiot trying to make this video? It's because if I just sat in a chair and I had my little glasses on and I was being boring, you'd probably have clicked off already. And that's just the truth. That's just how we work. We like to be entertained and we like things that stimulate us. So you can do really good things, but if the video content itself isn't triggering enough, it's not polarizing enough, controversial enough, doesn't have enough energy in it, like the words aren't strong enough to really just click and hit your brain in a way that it truly stands out and gives you that emotional response, it's likely not going to go the distance and it's likely not going to do well. So what you need to do is you need to add energy to your videos. And the other side of this, I'm going to put no urge. No, I'm not. I changed my mind. I'm going to put no stimulus. When I say stimulus, I don't mean a guy needs to get shot in the head or some girl needs to be like twerking on Instagram. I'm just talking about whatever it is that you're posting needs to get that emotional reaction. Otherwise, people are just going to keep scrolling. So I already tried to explain the next one already and I screwed it up. So I'm going to do it again here. The next one that you need to do is you need to optimize your videos for silent scrolling. So silent scrolling. Most of the people on Instagram might be sitting in a lobby somewhere, they're sitting in class, they're trying to be quiet, scrolling through Instagram, and so your videos need to be optimized for no sound. This is why in my videos for KBud, it's text on the screen that says it, and it's not me saying it out loud. Or if you're doing a on-camera shot just like this, you're talking into the camera, and it's for Instagram, you want to add captions so that people don't even need to be hearing what you're saying. They're just reading the captions as you're talking, and that will keep people watching longer. So any video that's relying on audio, oh my gosh, is probably not going to do very good. And the last one here, the question that everybody's been wondering, what do I do with hashtags? Okay, the do's and the don'ts of using hashtags on Instagram right now. You do not want to spam your hashtags. The do for this is to use between 5 to 8 relevant tags, okay? You don't want to be doing like 20 to 25 plus. 5 to 8 relevant hashtags isn't too much that you're gonna start signaling to Instagram that you're being spammy, and it's plenty enough to tell Instagram exactly what your video is about. So you wanna use hashtags that are really relevant to whatever the video topic is and whatever your business is about. Like for me, I always use hashtag Canadian, hashtag Canada, hashtag Canadian problems, hashtag only in Canada, just really specific things that would tie it into Instagram saying, okay, this video is clearly just for Canadians. And when you go like 20 to 25 hashtags, it signals to Instagram a lot of times that you're being spammy, which might kill your reach. And at the same time, it kind of confuses the algorithm if there's like 25 different hashtags on different topics in there. They don't know who to show it to. So look, I'm trying to reignite this channel here, all right? I need you to let me know in the comments how you felt about it, even if you hated it. Just let me know. I want to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.